The Boston Celtics frontcourt situation is completely breaking open right now, as the front office realizes their latest trade deadline experiment was an absolute failure. The pursuit of a reliable veteran big man who can space the floor has led the team to a massive crossroads this summer. The front office tried to solve this exact issue during the season by bringing in Nikola Vucevic. He was supposed to be the ultimate answer for the offense. He was brought in to stretch the floor and dominate the glass. Everyone expected him to score easily inside and out while providing elite rebounding. But the reality on the hardwood was entirely different for the coaching staff. The 35-year-old center turned out to be a very clunky fit in the system. He looked like a slow plotter on the court next to the dynamic young wings. He struggled immensely to keep up with the fast pace of modern offenses. Even worse, he was an absolute sieve on the defensive end of the floor. Opposing guards targeted him relentlessly in the pick and roll during high-stakes moments. His perimeter shooting did not live up to expectations either. He shot a very disappointing 34% from the three-point line during his tenure. His massive $21 million contract is officially coming off the books right now. His previous salary is no longer an issue for the payroll, but it will be fascinating to see how his upcoming free agency pans out across the league. He certainly cannot expect a salary close to his previous number. He could still easily demand the taxpayer mid-level exception from a desperate team. He might even look for a multi-year deal that secures his financial future. The Celtics clearly need another productive body in their frontline rotation. The theoretical fit of a shooting center makes perfect sense for Joe Mazzulla, but the actual practice showed us that this specific experience is not worth replicating. It is an experiment that the front office should not rush to repeat. That is especially true if Vucevic expects anything more than a veteran minimum deal. He would also need to accept a massively reduced role off the bench. The front office should absolutely avoid giving him a significant contract. I am willing to bet there is a desperate team out there that will throw money at him. Some franchise will offer him a larger bag of cash and a starting spot. The Celtics should not be ready to commit to any of those expensive promises. Instead, the front office should look to take advantage of his remaining market value. They can do this by helping orchestrate a sign-and-trade deal this summer. This clever move would allow them to bring back valuable assets. They could then focus on solving their third big man dilemma with a long-time target. The organization has a chance to land a player they have chased for years. The front office needs to pivot their full attention toward Kevin Love. Love is a couple of years older than Vucevic at this stage of his career, but he has been sparsely used over the past few seasons in the league. That lack of heavy mileage could make him highly attractive to a team like Boston. The coaching staff will not be asking him to play heavy minutes. They will not expect him to carry a massive load on a nightly basis. He can simply come in for a handful of minutes and provide elite floor spacing. He still possesses incredible rebounding instincts and elite outlet passing. He can deliver all of these elite traits in very small doses off the bench. He is a career 37% shooter from the three-point line. He actually shot slightly better than that mark last season with the Utah Jazz. He played a very small role for a rebuilding Utah team last year. That franchise was actively trying to lose games and emphasize a youth movement. But when he did get on the court, he was remarkably effective for them. His per 36-minute statistics were actually rock solid across the board. Please take a quick second to like the video and subscribe if you want to stay updated on all the latest roster moves. Love can offer just as much as Vucevic on offense. He is clearly the superior shooter from the perimeter at this stage. His defensive lateral quickness is obviously a liability on the floor, but his defense is not a lot worse than what Vucevic gave them last year. Love also brings a massive physical frame that matches up well inside. An added bonus is that Love can comfortably play both the 4 and the 5 spots. This versatility gives the coaching staff a legitimate double big look. League tracking data shows that Love played majority of his minutes at power forward last season. He spent about 26% of his time at center. During his 3 previous seasons in Miami, he maintained an even split between the positions. Even at his advanced age, he remains an absolute marksman. Opposing defenses simply cannot afford to leave him alone on the perimeter. If they choose to double-team the stars, he will punish them with his passing. His defense may not be pretty to watch, but his rebounding makes up for it. It is totally reasonable to imagine him playing alongside Neemias Queta. He could also form a highly effective frontline duo with Luka Garza. He would instantly become an incredible veteran leader inside the locker room. He could provide the exact same veteran impact that Blake Griffin brought during his memorable stint. The franchise lusted after Love during his prime years. Now they have the perfect opportunity to finally bring him to the city. If the Celtics want a cheap floor spacing big man, he checks every single box. He is a former NBA champion and a future Hall of Famer. Bringing him in on a team-friendly deal is the most sensible move the front office can make.